Okay, I was down at the organic food market. This eco farm that I like to go to has delicious food, and people were asking me about IOTA. They were saying, "Oh, well, Bitcoin is too expensive," even though they understand that they will profit in terms of percentages, but they'd rather go for the next thing. And they were actually asked me about IOTA, which is very surprising. When an altcoin is well known to the public, it's a hint that it's going to do well for the next year. So people do now know the IOTA brand, and this is largely due to the recent deal they've done with Microsoft. So the next 2 months, they're experimenting with Microsoft's experimenting using IOTA to share data regarding Internet of Things devices. Before this announcement, I was aware that Microsoft was going to come out with something regarding IOTA. I always kind of knew that at some point, every few weeks, Microsoft will be reminding people that they have a deal with IOTA, or that they're interested in IOTA, and obviously that when the information comes out, the price of IOTA will spike. So to quickly answer what is IOTA, IOTA, I guess, is like Bitcoin. For people who don't know cryptocurrency, it's like Bitcoin, but instead of a blockchain, it's a different version of a blockchain. So it's different technologically speaking. There isn't fees, which is why some exchanges are using IOTA to make trades instead of Bitcoin, because you can exchange more information faster, more rapidly with IOTA than Bitcoin, because there's no fees. Now, I'm not here to make the case why I like IOTA technology. I'm just answering the question where, and most importantly, when to buy IOTA. And the first thing you can do is go to cheapestbitcoinprice.com. Please use my link to bring to Bitfinex, and you can buy IOTA on Bitfinex. You can set up, if you're new to cryptocurrency, you can set up an account with Bitfinex, and you can send bank transfers to Bitfinex. But I have never done that. All I know is that you can set up an account with Bitfinex, but I do not know how long it will take you to set up a bank account, or set up your bank account so I can send money to Bitfinex so you can trade. Never used it in that way. I use Bitfinex as a professional trading tool. I send my Bitcoin to Bitfinex, and then I buy IOTA. That's how I do it. So if you've never bought Bitcoin before, I still recommend setting up a Coinbase account first. Buy $100 worth of Bitcoin, get an extra $10 free. So if you only want to make a small investment of $100 or €100 worth, fine. Make 1,000, fine, because the percentages are the same. Then you go to cheapestbitcoinprice.com again to get that special offer. Use my Bitfinex link, and you can trade Bitcoin directly for IOTA. You can also, pretty sure you can trade Ethereum for IOTA, but you can also, as I said, make a bank transfer to Bitfinex and buy it that way. But since I haven't done it, I can't tell you I can't tell you how smooth the operation is. All I know is that for me, Coinbase works with separate transfers. If you're in Malta, you can make separate transfers to Coinbase and other cryptocurrencies. You just can't if you are with BOV, the Bank of Valletta. So that's the where to buy IOTA. The next most important thing is when. So here it goes, full screen. Oh, I do not know what I just did there. Okay, we'll push that again. So go to Bitfinex IOTA. Next important thing is when. So we look at the daily chart. If you bought on the day of if you bought shortly after the news broke out, you'd obviously be paying almost twice the price for IOTA than if you bought today. Okay, so I've been trading IOTA, and how do you know when is a good time to buy IOTA? Because if you bought Tuesday or Wednesday, that would have not been a good time. I use the 3-hour chart, not the 4-hour chart, not the 1-hour chart. Something I believe is in between and gives me just that little bit of precise information. For me, I do the best when I use the 3-hour chart for determining when I'm going to trade. So I bought it in IOTA again here. Rose in price, then it went down again. This chart is not indicating to me a buy signal, but it is staying above this support line, and it could, it could go up from here, or it could go down. If it continues to go down, then I'll wait for a signal. I would wait for when the MACD crosses, or it looks like it's starting to converge in the 3-hour chart. It doesn't necessarily have to cross, but for me, if it starts to converge, that's why I bought in here when it was converging. And obviously I made really bad at maths. We're talking about like close to a 50% profit by using the 3-hour chart to signal a convergence. The price of IOTA could continue to go down. It could. That's a possibility. The chart right now isn't telling me that it's going to go up today or tomorrow. But it is telling me that it seems to be resting around this support line, which seems reasonable. But momentum and price is not going up at the moment. But if it breaks through this resistance line that I've drawn, so if I see that the price is above, let's say roughly 0.0026 Bitcoin by today or tomorrow, I'd say it's breaking out of its downtrend, and we'll see at least another attempt at this price of whatever 0.00032, and it could give, it could easily double in value in the next couple of days. It could, as I say, do that if it breaks above this psychological resistance line, which it could do in the next 2 days. So where to buy Bitfinex? The answer is, or to buy IOTA, go to cheapestbitcoinprice.com, use my link for Bitfinex. When? Wait for using the 3-hour chart. I like to use when it looks like this is converging, and it's not converging at the moment. It's just, as you can see when I look at the hour chart, it's just bouncing. It is going up now in this moment as we speak. Maybe it will converge this evening and signal that it's going to have another uptrend for 2 days. I would wait for it to give me a stronger signal on the 3-hour if you're planning to buy and hold for a week. Or if it breaks this trend line, what we call that a breakout trade, if it breaks out, which means that you're going to be buying IOTA at a more expensive price, but with a higher degree of certainty that the price is going to go up. Or you could just go, screw it, I'm going to buy now because, it is at a relative low. It could become a higher low and signal that it's a good time to buy. So, maybe bouncing off the support line is a good signal to buy in. I would still wait for this to converge. But for those who are new to reading charts, the MACD could converge, as in the blue line starts pointing upwards and getting close to this yellow line after the breakout. So they're the two signals I would use, either breaking out from this trend or waiting for the MACD to cross on the 3-hour chart. So I would wait, but then again, I read charts every day. For a lot of people, I would say if you bought, I think most people, if they bought IOTA right now, they will still end up making a profit. I personally, I'm waiting for either those two signals. Again, if you're new to buying Bitcoin and trading, go to cheapestbitcoinprice.com. Buy $100 worth of Bitcoin and get an extra $10 worth free. Subscribe to my various social media channels. Use my link to join Bitfinex, where I have on my website. I also have books on technical analysis that you can read, and I also have videos that I make on a regular basis. And make a donation, that'd be super awesome. Live free or die trying.